Hey guys, Sheri Ann Richerson from Experimental Homesteader.com here with you today. And I've been planting the garden. I know you can't see anything, but in this plot is the Collie Black Ink and Corn from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Over here are the little blue potatoes that I got. And up here, what will be growing on these stakes is some of the Royal Burgundy purple pod pole beans. Coming to the back of the garden, because I do use the book Carrots Love Tomatoes, and I do a lot of companion planting. So I have some tomatoes back here that I brought in out of the greenhouse. And if you will remember, some of these had little tomatoes on them. So they still do. And then this is my basil that I grew from seed. So quite a bit of it, which is really great. And I have a lot of area left in the small garden that I can still plant. The strawberries are coming along very nicely, and I am very anxious to pick my first ones. I love strawberries. And it's warm enough now that I have taken the cover off of my lettuce bed that I planted back in, I believe, March. So I have quite a bit of lettuce here, as well as pansies and violas, which are edible. I'm not going to walk the whole garden today, but I wanted to show you this Weigela back here in bloom. And then I also wanted to show you the water iris growing in the bog. This is one of my favorite pineys or peonies. This is Coral Beauty, I believe. And please excuse the weeds around it. I have a lot of weeding to do, but there's a lot of poison ivy in here, and I'm allergic. And I get asked every year, what does poison ivy look like? Well, you're looking at it. Leaves of 3. That is poison ivy. And it does get rather tall. Let me shift over there. You can see how tall that one is. And yes, it does have blooms. So this is poison ivy, and this is what you want to avoid. This is my pink lilac, and I have 2 of these in my front yard. This one and the one catty-cornered across from it. These are Sweet William. They are very fragrant. They are edible, and yes, they are a form of dianthus. This is one of my antique roses that I got from Jerry's grandma that is starting to bloom. Absolutely gorgeous and really fragrant. I wanted to come out front. This purple is Dame's Rocket. I have this gorgeous shrub behind it that I don't remember what it's called, but it is a flowering shrub. And then I showed you the other day the Amsonia or Blue Star. Up above is one of the most gorgeous antique rose bushes. It is different from the other ones. Very, very fragrant. I don't know if you can see that little splash of yellow in there, but that's another shrub. This is one of my favorite pineys. I really like the pink and white stripes, and I think it grew from seed, but I'm not positive. But I do want to pan up and show you this rose bush is absolutely huge. I think this was one of the David Austin ones. I'm not positive, but really very, very large. I love this flowering shrub. I love the dark colored foliage. And I wanted to show you the variegated honeysuckle and the gorgeous dark colored clematis growing right beside it. This is a view looking into the front of the garden. Lots and lots of things in bloom. This is another antique rose bush because I really love the antique rose bushes. You can see the piney or peony back there. This white flower is valerian, very, very fragrant. And then, of course, some of my roses are fading already. I also wanted to show you these iris. I do need to get in here and deadhead. I will show you how I do that now. Anytime a bloom fades, like this one, just put it down. This is what it looks like. This right here is, this bottom is what you want to get off, because that's where the seeds will fall. And for reblooming irises, this is essential. I am absolutely exhausted today. According to my Fitbit, I have taken 632 steps today, and that's just doing work in the garden. I did almost 9,000 yesterday. It was 8,000 and something. I don't remember exactly. I want to put my Fitbit back in my pocket so I don't lose it. I'm waiting on UPS to come because I have a box of plants arriving from White Flower Farm. And those are for trial. So I'm was hoping to get that in tonight's video because sometimes they don't get here till 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to make it. I may just have to do that as a separate unboxing or add it to tomorrow's vlog. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I know the weather app says we have rain for the next 5 days, so that's why I was pushing to get some of those crops in, because I'm actually several weeks late on things like the corn. Normally I would be picking from the garden right now, and I just didn't get it done. So it's going to be later in the season when I actually start harvesting things, but that's okay. At least we're going to have fresh food out of our garden this year. And with the rain, if it actually comes, I imagine that means we're not going to be able to till this weekend, which is going to push the big garden back even further. I'm not real happy about that, but you know, things do happen, so you just make the best of it. I do want to tell you I did receive 2 items for review today. I did receive these items for free or at a reduced price in exchange for my honest review. All opinions are my own. And these are bushcraft necklaces. Okay. And these are actually a fire starter flint. Charlie is so interested. This is what they look like. And I haven't looked into these a lot, but they were offered to me for my YouTube channel, and I thought, well, you know, this might be a good homesteading or emergency survival tool to just have on hand. So I thought I would check them out and see how they work, and of course I'll be doing a video all about these. So still no UPS, so I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Like I said, I am really tired. It really takes a lot to dig in the yard and do planting and stuff, and those of you that aren't gardeners may not know that, but those of us that are know that. So I hope you guys will subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you feel you need to, and leave any comments in the comment section below, because I do always reply to those. Have a great night, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.